Hello, hello, English learners from around the world. Welcome to another hour of English instruction brought to you by the world's #1 website for language learning, verbling.com, of course, and working together with me. My name is Geoff Watson. I am from Vancouver, Canada, and I am very happy to be here to have the opportunity to work with you to improve your English. And so we have a document prepared for this hour. If I could get people to please click on the link that I have placed in the Verbling chat box. Keep forgetting, I think it's over here. The link, the direct link that I have placed in the Verbling chat box, this will take you to the document that I have prepared this hour, and you will be able to open the document, to read it clearly, to copy and paste words into a translator if you don't know what they are, and we can make sure that everyone in the class understands the text that we are reading. We are also going to be watching some YouTube videos, and so I would like to turn on the screen share here for a second, so that I can show people the microphone button. So it's very important that everyone keeps their microphone turned off as much as possible, like this. Please just turn it on to speak and turn it off when you're finished speaking. And you can also get access to your microphone button from underneath your video. And we are also going to be watching YouTube videos. You can start the application running by clicking on the YouTube button here. You can also watch the videos because I'm going to be pasting the links in the Verbling chat box. So, thank you to the people who have joined the class. Let's get started because we've got some really interesting stuff to look at this hour. We are talking about technology and 3D printing. This is in the news lately. So we are going to read something produced by the British Broadcasting Corporation. So I'm going to move it down to the very short story we are going to be reading. Hello, Chao. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Excellent.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, thank you for joining my class. Could you please read this for us, starting with a fully functional?
Okay. A fully functional gun made with a three-dimensional printer. The controversial group who designed the firearm want to make it available online. Anti-gun campaigners have criticized the project, while law enforcement agencies are monitoring developments. Three-dimensional printing has been hailed as the future of manufacturing and works by building up layer upon layer of the material to make solid objects.
Okay, great. Thank you. And your pronunciation was excellent. I just wanted to repeat manufacturing and where was it? No, I think that was perfect. All right. Now I wonder if people have heard about this news story. And so what we're going to do is just to go ahead and review the phrases that you were reading. Dina, hello, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
No, it's good if I say welcome. It's good for you to say thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining the class. Could you please read these phrases for us, starting with
Okay.
fully functional?
Fully functional, working normally and completely. A firearm, a gun that can be carried easily. Anti-gun cam- cam-
Campaigners,
campaigners, people who take part in organized activities against the use of guns.
organized.
Organized.
Oh,
Um,
please continue.
Organized.
organized.
Yes, please continue.
Okay. Uh,
Law enforcement agency.
Law enforcement agents, government or organizations which make sure people don't break the law. Uh, held us called
Yes,
Worldly
good.
Deep.
No, sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you. And I just want to talk about this word here, organizations. Now, this is the British spelling of the word, and I can use my spell check to change it to the American spelling with the Z or Z. Okay. And do we have any questions? Can someone tell me about this technology? Does anyone know what this technology is? 3D printing? Had anyone seen this story in the news? And just if I can ask people to turn on and then turn off their microphone. Okay, now I'm not getting any response, so maybe I should play the video. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, I'm going to turn off the screen share so that we can see the video. So let's start reading, and just let me find the YouTube link for this. I hope that it plays well. So I'm going to post the YouTube link in the Verbling chat box, and then I'm going to play the video for us using the YouTube application in the Google Hangout. So let me paste the link into the box. Okay, I'd like to end the video there. And so I hope that people were able to hear and watch that video and to practice the phrases that they used in this story. And what I would like to do at this point is to bring up the document again on the screen share and do some more reading of this. And we can get comments from people as we go along. And so this is a different article about 3D printing. And I would like to go to Fernando. Hello, Fernando. Now, for Fernando, you need to turn on your microphone. Okay, I'm sorry, we can't hear you, Fernando. Jose Angel, are you there? Jose Angel? Okay.
Yes, teacher. I'm here.
Yes, hello, welcome. Could you please read this first paragraph for us?
Okay, a fully functional gun.
No, it begins with, will
Yes.
3D printing, it's on the share screen, the location, so if you can scroll down, will 3D printing really mold? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the next person. I'll come back to you. Conrad, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Hello, Conrad. Could you
Hello.
please, welcome.
Hey.
Could you please read this paragraph for us? Thank you.
Will 3D printing really mold the shape of things to come? Cody Wilson, a student from Texas, used a 3D printing to make a functioning plastic gun, proving that desktop manufacturing is becoming a craze, but it is all type.
But is it all hype?
All hype, pardon, yeah, all hype.
Yeah. And proving and printer.
Printer.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Okay.
And so what are we talking about here then? And this is where I would like people to please turn on their microphone and say, Geoff, I have a question, or Geoff, I have a comment. So everyone is welcome at this point to participate. We have read the story. Chow and Dina have read the story. We watched the video, and then Conrad has watched, he has read the first part of our second article. So what is the story here? What are we talking about?
I think there is a man made a self-product gun and with so-called 3D printer, but it is controversial because it received many against from the anti-gun organization.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
And what about law enforcement agencies?
I think it is something related to the law, and it's compulsory. So I don't know exactly.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. So great. So that's great. Now, do people understand what 3D printing is? What was the gun made out of? Could someone tell me what 3D printers use? Here's a picture of a figure being used, or being made, I'm sorry. All right, now what I'd like to do is to move on then. So we're not getting any any reaction yet. So, Conrad, could you read this next little paragraph or this next little sentence for
Okay.
us? Thank you.
The technology lets people create 3D objects, such as this model, by printing successive layers.
Okay, great. All right, now this is the idea. This is a 3D printer making 3D objects, and this is what manufactured the gun. And now I just need to find out, could people please keep their microphone muted? We have some noise in the classroom. I'd like to say hello to Ahmed.
Hi, Mister.
Yes, hello. Could
Hello.
you please start reading the more of our article, please, by Harry Wallop?
Okay. The future is here. Hoverboards and jetpacks have yet to become commercially available, but 3D printing has arrived. Do you want a new toothbrush, a bottom, or a coffee mug?
Please
I have
continue.
finished. Sorry.
Well, and this is where I need students to please use the link that was posted in the chat box. So the box.com link, so that you can open the document directly. Just because sometimes the screen share is very slow. But please go ahead if you can see this.
Okay. Why go to the shops and buy it when you can sit down at a computer, press a button, and out it pops from a printer's fully formed, ready to go. Ideas.
No, I'll get you to stop there. Thank you. All right, and so I'm just going to bring this down. And what are we talking about here? Here's a hoverboard. This is a hoverboard. And this is a jetpack. These are jetpacks. All right. And so we are talking about the future.
Yep. Yes.
And now I would like to ask any of the students, please, to turn on their microphone and give us a piece of information, something that they find interesting here. You can ask me questions. I really need students to participate. I can't teach without your help. Please tell me the words that you don't understand, or please tell me the sentences that you think are important in this information. Please, if someone can turn on their microphone and point out one of the sentences.
What is coffee mug?
Okay, a coffee mug is like a cup that you drink coffee from. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Do you understand, or?
No. Please again.
Yeah, sorry, it's a cup. So a coffee mug is the container that you put coffee in when you're drinking it.
Okay.
Other questions, please?
Hovercraft is mean a vehicle which flies over land or water by keeping close.
Well, hoverboards, they do not exist. So this first part, here's a coffee mug. And so the first part of this is a joke. The person is making a joke. They're saying that hoverboards, these, and jetpacks, these, are not commercially available. you cannot go to the store and buy these things. But you can go to the store and buy a 3D printer. Now, I need some more reactions from people. Sorry. Yes.
Teacher?
Yeah. Yes, go ahead, please.
That's new. It's coming from April Fool's Day or not?
Oh, okay. April Fool's Day. No, it's not. This is real news.
Oh my God.
Sorry, so let me quickly go down through here. These objects were made in a 3D printer, and this is a 3D printer. And if I could get someone to please mute their microphone. This is a 3D printer that you have on your desk. It's a desktop 3D printer. And with the computer software, you can create, at least we know that you can create plastic objects, three-dimensional plastic objects. And this is the news story. What did someone make with a 3D printer?
Teacher?
Yes?
I'm curious about the mechanism of this product, and
Okay.
my thinking is some printer draw these things by a software, and so that everyone who get this this is a draw, or they can produce their own product.
Okay. Now you're talking about a drawing.
Yes.
Okay, now a drawing is two-dimensional.
Yes, they design
Okay.
a product, and I think it is a basic product, and it can be used by anyone who want to make their own product. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, but I still, yes, and this is hard to believe. So what I'm going to do is let's watch another video because we do need to understand the context of this article. I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to play another video on YouTube, and the idea with a 3D printer is that it creates objects, and I'm assuming that it creates objects most easily out of plastic right now, different types of plastic, and you have a fully functional three-dimensional object. Now, I'm going to fast forward this. This is a time-lapse film. And if I could ask people to keep their microphones muted, please. This is the 3D printer making layer after layer after layer of plastic. This is the idea of building up the object layer by layer with plastic. And it's making the figure that we saw of Yoda, the character from Star Wars. You can see that the ears look great. They require no support. I guess the plastic hardens very quickly. And there you are. This is a 3D printer. Okay. So this is the technology that we're talking about. But what the news story is is that someone made a fully functional gun using this technology.
Teacher,
Yes.
do you believe that kind of technology is profitable nowadays for the companies?
Good. We're going to read about that.
Okay.
Because in the title, in this, you read this for us, is 3D printing really going to mold or shape the future? Is desktop manufacturing going to be the new future of business? Or is it all hype? Hype is excitement over something that is really not that important. Hype. A lot of excitement over something that is really not important. So let's do some more reading about this. Okay, so if you want a coffee mug, don't go to the store and buy one. Just push print on your 3D printer and it will create a plastic coffee mug for you. Okay, that's the idea. Believe it or not, the future is here. Okay, so I would like to keep going. And hello, Basant.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Welcome. Could you please read this first paragraph for us?
Idea. This was a fanciful notion only found in cartoons, was blasted away by Cody Wilson. At the weekend, the student from Texas used a 3D printer to make a functioning plastic gun, which successfully fired a bullet. It has highlighted this fascinating technology, which has become a craze among designers and manufacturers, some of whom are evangelical, about its possibilities.
Okay, I'll get you to stop there. Thank you. Thank you. All right, great job with your pronunciation. And so what are we talking about here? What is the important information here? Could someone ask questions about the words? Just turn on your microphone and say, Geoff, I have a question, or Geoff, I have a comment. I'm here to help you understand these two paragraphs. And you can practice your English by repeating the information that's in them.
I have a question.
I don't know the
so,
meaning.
Sorry, Basan, go ahead.
I don't know the meaning of the two words that you create and
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So craze means a fad, in style, something very popular. So it has become a craze. So it has become something very popular among designers and manufacturers. And evangelical really just refers to being religious, so excited, sort of to the point of being preaching about it, promoting its possibilities, being sort of religiously excited about its possibilities. Does that answer your question?
I'm so sorry, I still didn't understand.
Okay, so synonyms. Evangelical means you are very excited about something. To be incredibly excited about something.
Okay,
enthusiastic, eager, intense. Okay, and a craze, well, I'm just trying to think, what's the...
I understand craze.
Smartphones are a craze right now. A fashion, a trend.
Very popular.
Yeah, very popular. Good, excellent, thank you. And just this idea here at The beginning? I know we've already talked about this, but what are we talking about at the beginning here? The first paragraph? Anybody, please? This is. I'll help you with your comment. We have Louis. We have Conrad. We have Ahmed. Everyone is so quiet. Please.
Yes, Master. This paragraph is talking about these students who from Texas. These students used 3D painting to make function plastic gun.
Yes.
And Cody, yes.
Sorry, that's his name. That's not important. You were talking about a student from Texas.
Cody Wilson. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And you understand that he just made it at home. Okay.
Yes, he has made the functional plastic gun.
Okay.
Yes.
All he did was he pushed a button. Okay, and so now, Chao, could I get you to read this, please?
Okay. Mature, blah blah, as a design museum says, it is the buzzword. Everyone's very excited about 3D printing, but they are not quite sure why. Brad Prentice, a former puppeteer and art teacher from New York, owns a company that makes the printer themselves. My personal motto is that I make things that make things. My professional motto is we are igniting the next industrial revolution and empowering people to change the world.
Okay, wow. He's pretty excited. Pretty excited about the technology. And so what is the buzzword? What are we talking about here? This is another good phrase that you will hear in English. It's quite common. So again, I'm waiting for, yes, Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
Questions or comments?
But particular subject area.
Could you say that again, please?
Oh,
the buzzword?
This word, the expression from a particular subject area.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean by vertical subject area.
I will explain.
Well, sorry, I wanted to just quickly link the buzzword to craze. So if something is very popular, it's a craze, everyone is talking about it. And so it's the buzzword, a word that everyone is using, some word that everyone is talking about and being excited about. So in this case, the buzzword is 3D printing. Everybody is very excited about 3D printing. It's the buzzword in the industry.
Teacher?
Yes? Go ahead, please.
What is the meaning of the puppeteer?
Yeah, what does puppeteer mean? I'm just going to turn off my screen share. So a puppet is a little handheld doll that talks. Hello, hello, how are you? So this is a puppet. Okay. And the puppeteer is me, because I'm using the puppet.
Thank you.
So who is this person? Bree Prentice, a former puppeteer and yes, sorry,
yeah. Continue.
But
Sorry.
who is this person now? What do they do? Yeah,
A
former
form.
means before, in the past.
Yeah.
But what are they doing now? Why are they talking to them in the story? And could somebody help us out here?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Ahmed?
Owns a company that makes the printers themselves.
Okay, so this person owns a company that makes the 3D printers.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And so this person is very involved. All right.
Yes.
So, do we kind of understand here?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. So it's very popular among designers and manufacturers. Some people think it has a lot of possibilities. They say it's a craze. They say it's the buzzword nowadays. Everyone's very excited about it. And this person owns a company that makes the printers, and they say that they are going to ignite the next industrial revolution. Wow, they're going to start a whole new industrial revolution of production, and they are going to empower people to change the world.
Yep. Yes.
Well, yeah, they're very, very excited. Okay, so let's continue reading. And just if I can ask people to please turn off and on their microphone. So, Juan, hello.
Hi, teacher.
Welcome. Could you please read this paragraph for us?
Okay, the one where it starts
This is a very bold claim.
Okay. This is a very bold claim, and it doesn't really stand up to much examination, especially when you look at the example of the gun. It was printed on a machine that cost over 5,000 euros.
These are pounds, I think.
Pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the various different plastic components took days to make. It would have been cheaper, quicker, and easier just to pop to the local Walmart and buy a pistol.
Okay. All right, and here's an ad for guns and ammunition in Walmart. It's always funny to think that they sell guns, but this is the situation in the United States. I am Canadian. We don't have this situation in Canada. It's very difficult to buy a gun in Canada. So, what are we talking about here? This is important. And I know that this is difficult to understand. I do understand. I am an English student as well, but sorry, I am a language student too. But let's work together to understand this idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is where I would like to get participation from all the students, please. So if you don't know a word, if you don't understand a word or phrase, say, Geoff, I have a question. And if you understand a sentence, please make a comment and tell us how it is related to our story.
Master.
Sorry,
well,
yes?
I think.
Yeah, Juan?
Okay.
I think that particular paragraph refers that is not too cheap. Still, it is still not well, not cheap. Not practical to manufacture those guns in that form.
Okay, excellent. Let's just repeat that idea. So the idea is that it's not practical to manufacture the guns in this way. All right, and Ahmed, you wanted to make a comment?
Yeah, I wanna say this paragraph explain especially the gun.
So, yes,
printed on the machine cost over 5,000
Pounds.
Pounds. Yes.
Yes, and that's more than $5,000.
Yeah.
So it's very expensive. Okay, so that's one idea, that it was very expensive. What other piece of information do we have?
This gun have a various different plastic components.
Yes, okay. But sorry, there's another piece of information here
Accessibility.
that talks about the fact that it's not practical to use these 3D printers to produce things.
Because also the accessibility is not
accessibility?
Yes, well, in this case, for manufacturing the.
Now, do you mean affordable with the cost of it, the price?
Yes, affordable, and due to that it is not affordable, not many people can switch to manufacture.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes. Okay. So it's now, yeah, in English, accessible. In this case, it is accessible because anybody can buy one of these printers and print off a gun. But it's not affordable. It's very expensive.
Okay, so in this context, it's affordable.
Well, no, sorry, it's accessible.
Okay.
People can access the technology, but these are different words in English.
Okay.
Anybody can access it. It's not restricted by laws, but it's very expensive. And what's the other piece of information? What's the other piece of information about the gun?
I think
Basant?
Yeah, Basant, sorry. It's cheaper and quicker and easier, right?
No, but sorry, there's another piece of, now when I'm asking questions, sorry, I'm trying to ask about the information in the paragraph. So our first job is to ask about vocabulary, then to understand the different sentences. And so I'm saying it was very expensive to make the gun. And what other piece of information do we have about making the gun?
Mister, sorry.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I wanna permission to go. I will to go to pray now. I will come back.
Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you, Ahmed.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yes, go ahead, Juan.
I think I got it. It's the material is not reliable. It is made of plastic.
Okay, now that's another issue, right? But it did work. But perhaps, yeah, it is a plastic gun. So.
Time, because it took days. Yeah.
Okay, this is the information that I wanted people to be aware of. That it cost thousands of dollars and took days to make that little plastic gun. So it would have been much easier, probably for this person, to go into Walmart and buy a gun at the store. So do people understand? Now, what is the bold claim? What does this mean? And Liu and yes, hi. Conrad, you're there. But Liu, go ahead with a comment.
That is brave comment or what?
Yes, a very confident, very bold claim. What are we talking about there? It refers back to this. Igniting the next revolution. Industrial revolution. We are going to empower people to change the world.
Giving for a fact or stating that this technology is already that this technology
Available?
will be able to what's the word, to when you change something, when you use something instead of another,
Well, it will replace.
it will replace the current
Yeah.
manufacturing process overall of
Okay.
any type of material.
Yeah, what I'd like to do is I'd like to go back to the very beginning of the article. So we are talking about it being quite amazing, this technology. It's very futuristic. It's like hoverboards and jetpacks. This is the kind of thing that we talked about in science fiction. All right, but we need to find out if it's really going to change the world, or is it just going to be hype? Is it a lot of excitement over something that's not really important? Okay, is it really going to change the future? As you said, is it going to replace manufacturing? Is it going to start the next industrial revolution? Is it going to empower people to change the world? I hope people can understand those phrases. And so it's a very bold claim to say that, and in the opinion of the person who wrote the article, it doesn't really stand up to much examination. This gun is made of plastic. It cost over $5,000 to make, and it took days to make it. And so it's not that exciting, maybe. The news, yeah, go ahead, please.
I think it will, but not at a personal consumer level.
Okay, great. Now we'll see. Let's continue reading our article. But this is the question that they are talking about, and so great. Conrad, could you read this next part for us?
Okay. It is called printing, but in effect this is a very slow way of manufacturing something, and has been around for about 3 decades. What has changed in the last few years has been that costs have fallen dramatically. The smallest printers are about the size of a microwave, the largest has a caravan.
Okay, I just wanted to show a caravan. Just let me quickly help you with microwave.
Microwave.
And decades.
Decades. Okay.
Decades. All right. And if you could read this for us, please. Yeah, Conrad, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. They are connected to a computer like a paper printer, from which they took a design. They then slowly make that design by spraying molten plastic in extremely thin layers, building up a solid object. A tumbler, for example, would be created by spraying thousands of rings of plastic on top of each other.
Okay, great. Let me help you with created.
Created.
And take.
Take.
Okay, so this is, the first part is very interesting. So again, I'm hoping that everyone will participate a little bit to work as a team to understand this first piece of text. So please ask me about questions. Who's first? Can someone please repeat the information that they feel is important here?
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
Go. I think it is called printing, but it is a complex printing. and
Yes. Mm-hmm.
it has been developed for about a long time,
Yeah.
and
30
and
years.
yes, and
3 decades.
the cost was decreased
Yeah.
in the recent years.
Yes,
Uh,
good. That's
so
that's maybe why people are more excited about it.
yes, maybe it is
It's yeah.
the indicator for the bright future.
Yeah,
And
it has become much more affordable.
yes,
Okay? All right. And so just this is very simple. Could someone repeat this information to practice their English? This sentence? Yes?
Costs has fallen
Yeah,
dramatically.
Andres?
Hello.
No,
Hi.
I'm asking about the sentence, the smallest printers.
Microwave. Is that correct?
Yeah, and this is an opportunity for people to practice their English. So it is the
Okay.
same size as a
Okay.
microwave, or it is as big as a microwave.
The smallest printers are about the size of a microwave. The largest as big as a caravan.
Yeah, great. Okay, this is the idea. This is a caravan. That's a British word. All right, and what's the information here? And these are tumblers. Again, this is a British word. I don't really use this. These are plastic cups, but the 3D printer could make these plastic cups very easily. Now, do people understand what molten is? This is an important word. Do you understand extremely thin layers?
I don't know
No.
what
Yeah.
is molten.
Okay, can someone describe what molten is? Does anyone know what molten is?
It's to
I
make
can say
Yeah, sorry, Liu.
it makes something that very solid into the into like they can flooring.
Yes, into a liquid
Yeah,
or
liquid.
into a form that it can flow. So we say melted. So it's hot plastic.
Yes.
Hot molten plastic or hot melted plastic that's liquid that can be sprayed in extremely thin layers. Okay. And so can people picture the 3D printer making these cups? All right. And so now we're running out of time, but you could make something like this. Architectural models.
Make it. Oh.
Yeah. You could make this. And I just wanted to show these objects were all made by a 3D printer.
Yes.
So again, sprayed in plastic. These are functional objects. So this tool works. It functions. Manufactured in one piece. So we need people to keep their microphone turned off. This is one of the 3D printers. Is this one of the small ones or one of the big ones?
That is a small one.
Yeah, it's about the size of a microwave. Okay, and let's see if I have some other pictures. Look at these. What do you think?
Yeah. Shoes.
Well, yeah,
training
okay.
shoes.
Yes, good, exactly.
I
And
think
these,
I think they also are working on making prosthetics, internal prosthetics
yes,
for patients.
yeah, absolutely. And so what I would like to do is to play a video, and I hope that this video plays well. It's at a fair or a show of 3D printing, and they have
Yeah.
lots of examples, and we can talk while the video is on. And so just let me see if I can. I'm going to play a YouTube video. And so I'm going to post it into the chat box. And now I'm going to bring it up on the YouTube. Let's see if I can get this playing. Okay, good. This is the 3D print show in London. Oh, I need this. It's very frustrating when this YouTube function is so slow. Oh, now, if I can ask people, please do not click on the video.
Where is this video, Mr. Space?
You have to go to the left column.
In the chat box, or you need to turn on your YouTube application that's on the left-hand side of your screen, or click on the direct link that's in the Verbling chat box. So here's a tumbler being manufactured, a cup.
I have some.
So this prototype model was made in a 3D printer, and Liu Yi was saying that you can make your dreams come true. You can print all these incredible shapes and forms. And so designers and artists are using these 3D printers, the big ones obviously, including to make clothing. And if I could ask people to please turn off their microphone. There's a 3D printed bra. And it can be, you can use different materials. Oh, and again, if we can keep it moving, here are some shoes. There's a guitar, and if people can please do not click on the video. Here is a prosthetic leg. There were internal prosthetics as well, making models of the ancient mummies in Egypt. Okay, and so, yeah, making incredible masks, monsters
from Egypt to this.
Yeah. Okay, and so I'm going to stop it there. And so if I can just say to everyone, thank you so much for your participation. I know that that was a difficult article to read, but welcome to the world of 3D printing. And I hope people don't start downloading and making guns. I don't want that. So take care, everybody. I hope to see you in my next class. Thank you for joining the class.
Thank
See
you,
you.
Mr.
Thank